Hi, this is David Slavick from Ascendant Loyalty. I'm here with Rohan Sinha from Bubblehouse. He's the CEO of the company. Really excited to learn about Bubblehouse. A lot of folks from a tech talk standpoint might not be familiar with Bubblehouse, but they're a really great emerging platform that's out there. And Rohan, really excited to visit with you today.
Yeah, and thanks for having me. Excited to.
Yeah, absolutely. So why don't you share with people that aren't familiar with you? You're an emerging player in the space. Kind of give a little bit about your background, given you're a founder of the company, and most specifically, what Bubble House is all about, what your unique selling proposition.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're Bubblehouse. We do loyalty and referrals for mostly enterprise level brands. So you kind of have to be larger to work with us. There's a wedge in the market where enterprise level brands are looking for something that's very customizable, white glove to them, nothing that's cookie cutter, something that's flexible, scalable with their platforms as well, and that can integrate really nicely across their entire customer databases and softwares that they use and so on. So that's where we come in, and we really fit that wedge in the market. So they're not looking for just like a Shopify plugin. Neither are they looking for a full API suite like a Talon One or an Annex Cloud. They want something in between that really makes the most sense for them. And we now power brands from American Girl, so Mattel, to Old Spice with P&G, all the way to Jay Lindbergh, to Life Extension and Mary Ruth's, and many more from there. So despite being an emerging brand, people see the value in what we do and are excited about it, and we do it well. So it's catching on really nicely.
Oh, that's awesome. So, can you share? You just named a bunch of brands, including Mattel and American Girl, which our firm is very familiar with and had the pleasure to work with. Can you share a couple of client stories where, when they were deciding who to go with, and they ultimately selected you? Kind of what was the final decision and the reasons why, and so on. That kind of creates that sort of inspiration for those that are watching this to say, I need to put Bubble House on my radar.
Yeah, absolutely. We can start with American Girl. I think that's a great story. They were on a platform called Baseman that was very manual. They've been around for a long time, but it was creating a lot of support tickets with AG. It wasn't integrated with the rest of their tech stack, including their POS and the Shopify component and the Klaviyo component, and their in-store reservation system. And they wanted someone who could come in and automate and unify everything. With Baseman, they were generating manual certs, which are like SUPCs, on a monthly basis to send over to people, and then cancel them if they weren't used, and then go through that whole process. And it was very confusing. A lot of things were lost in translation as well. Many customers were having problems using the SUPCs. And now with Bubblehouse, they have a fully automated system, first-party integrations into Shopify and Klaviyo, plus that predicts bring their POS system. We've unified everything, so everything's fully automated, and you don't have to be manually generating, millions of SUPCs per month and then sending them over to your customers, and then, getting thousands of support tickets trying to figure out when customers have problems using them. So that's really the modernization. That's reason number one, just making all of that a lot more streamlined. And number two is so many more features, right? Gamification elements. American Girl has so much potential with their brand to do so much more. So things like, hey, purchase a collector doll this month and get bonus points, or purchase 3 doll accessories and get access to an exclusive event. Things like that they're doing with us, which makes a huge difference when it comes to what a loyalty program feels like. It's not just transactional anymore. It's not just buy something, get cash back in a code. It's a lot more gamified. It's engaging. We're asking survey questions. We're doing achievements. We're doing in-store events, all in a fully automated, unified approach.
That's genius. You don't even have to give a second one. So the fact that you were able to solve all those individual points of pain, all those touch points, all that integration, and include gamification, fantastic. That is truly what they needed. And Baseman is a fine firm from a strategy standpoint, and we work closely with them. But you're 100% right. There was always a challenge there on the technology side, which does speak to something. Legacy systems versus new, more modern, open systems that have evolved in terms of the ability to understand the customer, their journeys, and then to be able to go and optimize and make it easy for them to play in the recognition and reward, especially American Girl, where it's, you got aunties and grandmothers and then moms, and you've got gifting, and you've got, what's happening in the store, and then you also have events and parties. I mean, that's absolutely fantastic. And the integration off of e-commerce and working with Klaviyo, et cetera. That's and Shopify. So are you guys Shopify certified as well?
Yeah, we're a Shopify partner,
Okay,
and also we work with Klaviyo team pretty closely as well.
very nice.
We're actually getting our apps on the marketplace. So far, we've been doing it privately through private links and so on,
Yeah,
but definitely getting the apps on the marketplace as well as on the we have a lot of partners in the tech space and the ecosystem as a whole. So everyone from the subscription space to the customer support platforms, to the reviews platforms and so on. We really fit in nicely to the ecosystem and play well with integrating with everybody else.
gotcha. And in terms of the evolution of your product, I mean, it's still relatively new, but you probably have a vision which is being informed by clients, whether they're on an advisory committee or otherwise. But one or two key challenges that you're sort of hearing out there or thinking about that you want to share, insights from the
Yeah,
market.
definitely. I think that we're seeing, especially because we're hitting the bigger and bigger clients who often have that retail footprint. I think a key challenge is making sure we loop in those omni-channel capabilities, and make sure that everything's nicely connected. And that sometimes it's a receipt upload, for Mary Ruth's who sell in Whole Foods and Costco and Walmart and so on, and making sure that those people that upload their receipts are de-anonymized. We're figuring out what they're buying in their baskets as well, profiling those customers. So things that they've never been able to do before their customer was a mystery, right? They sold to Costco, and then Costco would take it from there. Now they're really able to understand who these customers are and tailor things for them at that point. So a lot of that component and really trying to figure out what the correct customer profiling is in that sense, and then retargeting. A lot on that front that is a challenge, but a good one, I think, that we're solving over time, as well as the one-to-one marketing through AI is very interesting too, where essentially we have loyalty sits at the center of shopping information, Klaviyo, email opens, conversions, what reviews people are writing, purchase history, browsing history, abandoned history. So taking all that information and then tailoring a promotion that makes sense for the customer on a one-to-one basis previously was not possible until the advent of AI. So now the LM can come in and be like, all right, given all this information about this customer, this is the offer that we're going to give on a one-to-one basis for this customer. And that's also what we're solving here too.
Do you have on the platform, I can't remember because you guys did a demo to us for one client. Do you have preset offers?
Yes, of course. Yeah. So preset offers are just the kind of current status quo for, it's like table stakes. So definitely have preset offers that you can do. Obviously, you can do points multipliers. You can do points drops. So we can make your points values worth more. You have your points, you have your tiers, your referrals, you have your gamification, right? Those are all preset functionality that we can include. But that additional flexible nature of that one-to-one promotions, it's going to happen in the next 5 years, and we just want to, we want to be there first as well.
Right. So empowering the data, thinking about analytics, your reporting suite, anything you want to highlight there in terms of your product, because that's always super important, and sometimes that can be a point of pain for our audience.
Definitely. I would say it's probably 15% of our customers have moved over to us from other platforms because they feel like analytics and other platforms are just not as robust.
Oh,
So
great.
yeah, definitely. It's a big thing. Sometimes that's the only reason that they need to move over. I mean, if there's no visibility, there's no tracking of ROI, then how do you know you're getting what you're paying for?
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, that is in a way the most important component is that tracking component. And we have a full-fledged dashboard. I wish I could show it to you, but it's very sophisticated with all the numbers you can track. Plus, we're very good about if a particular customer wants, a particular statistic that they don't already see by default, we add it for them as opposed to them having to submit a request to another vendor, let's say, and then wait another month or two before they even get back. And then, maybe it doesn't.
That's a great service mix. So you said you wish you could show it. So the way that you can show it is people can reach out to you. Rohan has visibility on LinkedIn. You can definitely reach out to him when we publish this video. We'll obviously provide a link and a background to the company in our tech talk and our newsletter. And Rohan, I can't thank you enough for spending the time. This has been a great chat.
Thanks for having me. Likewise. You guys have been a great partner.
Yeah, thank you.